Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
सगल द्वार को छाड़ के गहो तुहारो द्वार, बाहें गहे की लाज अस गोबिंद दास तुहार। जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। So Satsang ji, last week we got up to the 13th pada of Chaupai Sahib. And what I said in that one, जब उद करख करा कर तारा, प्रजा तरत तब देह अपारा, जब आ करख करत हो कब हूँ, तुम मैं मिलत दे तर सब हूँ. That when Vaheguru made the world, they expanded it, and then they made every single type of body that's out there, infinite type of bodies. And then Vaheguru will finish the world. This is called Akarak. To finish it off, Maharaj says that when you do that, Tum main milat de tar sab hu. All these bodies that are out there, jede bhi insan hai, whoever we are, whatever janam we're in, when the parlo happens, when the world is finished off by Vaheguru, we'll go back into him. So we've come from him, we have to go back to him. The destination is the same, the origination is the same, but it's up to us how long we want to take to get there. We've come from there, we have to go back there. It depends upon us if you want to keep on suffering in separation or go back and merge with him in union. So Maharaj says next, Jete badan shrest tab tare, aap apni buj uchare, tum sab hi te rahat niralam, janat bed ped ar alam. Maharaj says Jete badan. Badan here means body. We know that's a very simple Punjabi word. Jete means however many. Jitne bhi. Jite badan shrist. Shrist is srishti, the world. Sabatare. However many bodies you have created or made in this world, Maharaj, aap apni booj uchare. They speak of you, Vaheguru, wo jinhi buddhi tusi bakshi hegi na, unni buddhi vart ke na, wo thode baare bolde hege, ucharde hege, they speak. So when somebody is speaking about Vaheguru, sometimes they say, I think God is like this. Somebody else, I think God is like that. It's like that elephant. If you put 5 blind people to an elephant, somebody's going to grab hold of the trunk and say he's a bit like a big fat python. Somebody else will grab hold of the tail, says no, he's more like a skinny snake. Somebody else will grab hold of the trunk, says a bit more like a tree to me. So aap apni booj uchare. Bujna means understanding, how much wisdom we have. So ucharna means to speak. So people speak with however much buddha they have been given. So what does the Sikh ask for then? What can a Sikh do with this? Sikh is, Maharaj, buddhi baksho. Give me some more buddhi to understand you better. The whole point of Sikhi is to come to our Guru and take Guru's mat. Gur ki mat tu le aane, pagat bina bahut dubbe syane. Clever people have spoken about God, said God is like this. What they should say is, I don't know what God is like. What I should do is try and experience God. Because Maharaj says the next point then, Tum sab hi te rahat niralam. Vaheguru, you are unaffected. Niralam means to be pure and unaffected. Sab hi te. It doesn't matter to you what we say of you. You're not going to change. It's not like me. If somebody cussed me tomorrow, I get a bit angry. I say, how dare you cuss me? Or somebody else says something nice to you, then you choda chest, okay, yeah, see, check me out. Satsangaji, we all like this. People speak about us, we get affected by it. But Vaheguru is not affected by our words. In fact, if we speak against the truth, we're hurting ourselves because we've come from him. We know, like there's a story about the Buddha. Buddha was doing prachar and some person came up to him and started criticizing him really badly, swearing at him. Buddha smiled. At the end of it, he said, can I ask you a question? The guy is expecting him to get angry. He goes, okay, go on. He says, when you come, if you gave somebody a gift and that person said, I don't want the gift, so where does the gift go? He says, you take it back. He goes, you come to me now with all this anger, I'm not going to react. So what are you going to do? Take it back. So this is how it works. Maharaj, Vaheguru, is Niralam. And as Gursikh is told, to be like jaise jal mein kamal alep. In the dirt of the world, in the pani, then we should be alep, separated from this. So when the word happens to us, we can just take a deep breath and say, it doesn't matter. Aap apni booju chare. People criticize me, people criticize you, people say so many things, but let's learn from Waheguru and stay unaffected by these things. Do the right thing anyway. Tum sab hi te rahat niralam, janat bed bed ar alam. And this thing, that you are separate and unaffected by everybody in the lip, this mystery, all the people that are clever and learned, they know this mystery. Here, Ved means those people that have studied the Vedas. For example, in India, you have people called Chaturvedis. Chaturvedi is somebody who studied all the 4 Vedas. Trivedi is somebody who studied all the 3 Vedas. So as you go up in your level, you get a different... So these Vedi, it comes from having one Ved. Yeah? So Maharaj says, Jan the Ved. The key people that study the Vedas, they know this. Ved, this secret. And then our Alam. Alam now is a Arabic word for those people that are Gyanvan. Those people that know a lot. So those people that are learned in Arabic and those people that are learned in Hindu texts. Basically, of both religions, everybody knows that no one can understand God and God is not affected by us. Yeah? So, this is not something which is only the Sikhs know about this. The whole world, people who study their scriptures, understand that God is above us. And literally, God is above us, but also God is unaffected by us. But Maharaj also said in this, earlier on, they said, Santan sukh paete sukhi. And then he's happy, and when he get dukh, then dukhi hega. So he's a Niralam, but he's Niralam from us, from the average person. But from his saints, he's not Niralam. He's attached to them. Waheguru loves the saints, and the saints love Waheguru. Because they're in pyar. Pyar di khed hegi hai. So we should be very careful before we cuss somebody, okay, who is attached to God. Yada pyar da rishta hega na, be careful. I myself made this mistake, I'm sure all of us make this mistake. But the ones who love Waheguru, we should be careful about criticizing. The Maharaj says, Nirankar, Nibrakar, Nilambh, Adi Anil, Anad, Asambh, Taka Moodh, Ucharat, Peda, Jako Pev, Napavat, Beda. Nirankar. Waheguru is without any form. Oda koi akar nahi, Nirankar hai. Waheguru is Nirbikar. Nir, without Vikar, or Bikar means false. Sade vich Vikara hegiyan. We got problems. Panch Vikar, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Waheguru doesn't have these. So he's Nirbikar. He's pure and perfect and Nirlambh. Nirlambh, Lambh here means asra. Everybody has some kind of thing that they are supported by, but not Waheguru. He's got no asra, so he's Nirlambh. In Chaupai Sahib, when we covered Chaupai Sahib, we covered words like Asambh. This is same meaning, Asambh and Nirlambh. Maharaj says, Adi Anil Anad Asambh. Again, the same word comes up. Adi. These words come up in Japji Sahib as well. Ades, to say Ades. Adi Anil Anad Anahat Jug Jug Ekovis. He doesn't change. He is Niralam. Maharaj says, Adi. Before the start of anything, before time began, Waheguru was Ad. He is primal. Matlab the source of everything. Sab to pehla Waheguru. Then Anil. Anil here means that you can't, he hasn't got a neel, no dog. It's similar to saying that he's Niranjan. Yeah? So he's pure, without any stain, and also without any color. No color. And Anad. Anad. Here again, some people think, well, God had a beginning then. No, God had no beginning. Ad, Anad. He is Ad, but he is Anad. Oda koi Ad nahi. Anad. And then Maharaj says, Asambh. So Asambh here again, same meaning, that he is without any support. These two words work together. You see, Anad and Asambh. They work together for this reason, because some people think that Waheguru had a beginning, That doesn't make any sense. Waheguru is eternal. He is unad. So the word Sapang, the better translation than saying he's self-created would be that not self-created, but that his roshni comes from himself. His light comes from himself. Like these lights in this room, they need electricity. If you turn the light off, if you turn the power off, the light goes off. It's not self-sustaining. But Waheguru is self-sustaining. They don't need anybody else's light. So this is a better translation of Ajuni. And the same ways, sorry, not Sapang, same way that he is unad and asambh. So he doesn't need anybody. Then Maharaj carries on. Taka mood uchart peda. Mood here means idiotic people. Maharaj says idiots. Idiots speak about his mysteries. And dekho. Guru Maharaj is telling us as much as we need to know and understand. But if we speak more than this, then in fact we will become one of those idiots. Because we are trying to explain God. Somebody asked me on Twitter the other day, why can't you explain your God? And I said, what can this idiot explain about God? He goes, then you should not be preaching. Okay, I'm not preaching, I'm just teaching what the Bani says. We need to understand what the Bani gives us, what limitations we should stay within. Maharaj says, Taka mood, idiots speak of his mysteries as if they know his mysteries. There's people out there, for example, we're going to talk about this later on. They will say things like, God is not in anything. How can God be in something? They say they're limiting God. He is unlimited, eternal, all-powerful. But they say, no God, you can't do this. Taka mood uchard peda. Idiots start to speak about his mysteries. And then Maharaj says, Jako pev na pavat beda. Jako, to him, pev. Pev means mysteries. His pev, his mysteries, na pavat beda. The Vedas, all the people that study the Vedas, like the Chaturvedis and Trivedis, they don't know his mysteries. Jako pev na pavat. They can't reach these. The Vedas, the Vedis and the Vedas themselves, all the four Vedas and the Shastras, Simritis by extension, and the Quran. None of these things can ever understand his mysteries. Maharaj carries on. Tako karpahan anumanat mahamood kach ped na janat Mahadev ko kahat sada siv nirankar ka chinit nah piv. Maharaj says, Tako kar pahan anumanat. Tako is Waheguru, to that one who created everything, the one who is Ad, Anil, Anad, Asambh. That one, Maharaj says, Anuman. Anuman means to guess, to understand, sort of have an estimate. Some people guess him to be Pahan, Patthar. Pahan here means Deva Pahan Taryale. Yeah? Maharaj says Pahan means Patthar. So some people think of him, understand him to be a Pahan, an idol. Maharaj is talking about idol worship here because some people make a statue, other people put a carving on a wall, some people else make like a, nowadays you get Sikhs making Guru Nanak Murti. Yeah, we had a big rolla years ago when they were trying to make a Murti here in Southall. But this is happening in Sikh families as well. And they put a little agarbatti there, and then the moment they're the matha take to that, and what will happen afterwards? Their kids will say, oh, my parents worship stones. And when they go out on the streets, the people will grab them and say, don't your family worship those stones in your house? So you do idol worship. Now what will happen? The kids will say, let Sikhs do idol worship. I don't want to follow this religion where they do idol worship. Whose fault is it? Bani is saying clearly, innit? We should not be doing Tako karpahan anumanat. Some people guess that you can make a picture of him, a representation of him in stone. Maharaj says, Mahamood kach ped na janat. Mahamood, not just mood that explains his mysteries, but Mahamood, massive idiot. They say these massive idiots, kach ped na janat. They don't know any of his mysteries. और समझते नहीं वाहिगुरु है कि कच पाहन में परमेश्वर nahi. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says in the Bani as well. There is no stone there's no God in a stone. Maharaj said these people are big idiots. They can't know any of God's mysteries. The word paid can mean mystery, but the word paid can also mean to understand the difference between two things. You know, if you have two things, and to be able to tell the difference, Park karna means to be paid pana. And Maharaj says that they don't understand how to see the difference between a stone and between Nirankar, Nirprakar, Nirlambh, Ad, Anil, Anad, Asambh. They don't understand what he is. They made him limited. They made him physical. They didn't understand that he was, what he is. Then Maharaj says, Mahadev ko kahat sada siv. Mahadev. Mahadev is an Indian term, a nickname for Shivji. That's what they call him. So Mahadev. Now Maharaj says, Mahadev ko kahat sada siv. What is sada siv? Sada siv is like the eternal Paramesar. Sada means forever. Siv. Here doesn't mean Shiva. They say you think Shivji is that Maha Sada Siv. You think he is the one who is eternal, but he isn't. And we talked last week about the problems of even Shiva in his life. The things that he did. Yeah? How he tried to almost go after Mohini in front of his wife. Then also how he cut off Brahma's one of his heads and he was sent away to do a penance. Then he even seduced all the wives of the Rishi Munis. So Sangaji Maharaj says, Mahadev ko kahat Sadasiv. This is what people do. They start worshipping Shiva thinking that he is Sadasiv. But no, Maharaj says, Nirankar ka chinat neh piv. Nirankar Vaheguru, we do not understand. Because chinat hai means to understand, to recognize. So he is not true. He is just a deity. He has powers, but he is not the supreme soul. And if we do that, we would not be able to understand how to recognize him. Chinat also means to recognize. Nahapiv. They don't know how to recognize that one. So we have to use our buddhi. Guru di bakshi hui buddhi. We have to use it to be able to understand where is he. Because if we don't understand where he is, we'll end up making the same mistakes that everybody else is making. Maharaj says in it, at the end of Swaiye, people all over the world are doing so many different things, worshipping stones, bowing down to the west, to Mecca, all these things they do, but they don't know the secrets of Vaheguru. So if we've been blessed with a guru, a Satguru, who can teach the truth, then it is up to us to take that wisdom and find God inside ourselves. Because Vaheguru is not out there, he's inside us. Yeah? For us, when he's out there, is when we find him here, then we see him everywhere. Maharaj says in Japji Sahib as well, Amrita Vela Sachnao Vadiyai Vichar. If we do that Vadiyai Vichar with the Sachnam, then what will happen? We'll see him inside and we'll recognize he is everywhere. Sarvatra mein. So for us, when we find him inside, then we realize he was always around us. We're not going to find him outside, we have to find him inside. So Maharaj says that these people who worship Shiva or worship Brahma, all these people, they don't understand that Vaheguru is Nirankar. Then Maharaj carries on. Aap aapni budh hai jeti, barnat pen pen tohe teti, tumra lakha na jaye pasara, keh bid saja pratham sansara. Say, O Vaheguru, aap aapni budh hai jeti. They say, Vaheguru, as much buddhi here means wisdom, knowledge. As much wisdom as they have been given, then these people, barnata pen tohe teti. Aap apni. Everybody has got a certain amount of wisdom inside themselves. And that also is effectively gifted by you, Vaheguru. And with this wisdom, which is infinite amount of wisdom of different types, these people then, barnat, the word barnan means to explain, varnan karna. So they explain you pin, pin. The word pin, repetition of pin means different. In those different ways, every single person describes you differently. Somebody says, Vaheguru, you are very compassionate. Other people say, there is a hell and people suffer. The ones that say about compassion, they don't understand that part. The ones that speak about hell, they don't understand why Vaheguru is compassionate. Then somebody else says, oh, tusi to kidhar bhi nahi hai ho. You're aloof from this world. You're separate from this world. There's nothing like you. And then somebody else is saying, no, you're inside everything. And especially, you're inside the saint. Har jan doi ek hai. Be bichar kach nahi. Jal te upajat rang jo jal hi bikhe samahi. The Waheguru, you are so infinite, and yet the saint of yours is like you. He's like a wave in the ocean, and it comes out of the ocean and goes back into the ocean. Everybody's got a different way of understanding what he is. Aap apni budh hai jeti banat pen tohe teti. Pen. Separate ways. Jine bhi vakre log hai gaye, unne hi vakri explanations hai gaye. Because Japji Sahib says the same thing. Gaave ko taan, hove kise taan. Maharaj says everybody's singing a different way. Katna kathi na aave tot kath kathi koti kot. Millions of different ways of doing your katha, Waheguru. No one can get to the end of it. The Maharaj says, Tumra lakha na jaye pasara. Oh Waheguru, tumra, your pasara. That pasara hega means your expansion, means your creation. What you created when you expanded, Waheguru, tumra lakha na jaye. Lakha means to write down, to see in fact. So no one can even see your pasara. You know this was Star Trek or whatever, and they're going on a mission in it to find new worlds. Now let's say the human beings went out to all as much worlds they could imagine traveling to. Even then, in billions of years from now, if we're still around, human beings, we're not doing a very good job. Even if then, we would never get to the end of the world. And then even if we reach the end of this physical world, there's still many more dimensions of spiritual worlds. There was a guy, I read a book, I didn't read the book, but I watched the video of him, this guy, Ibn Alexander. Neuroscientist he was, and he had an experience of the divine. He had a coma, and he went up, and then he was sent back. And he was describing that this universe, what we see, the multiverse, he goes, it's 4-dimensional. Time, space, distance, 3 dimensions. He goes, that's a very limited dimension. He goes, there's universes out there, multiverses made of many, many more dimensions. So how big is it? Even beyond this, the different dimensions. So we'll never reach the end of this. Tumra lakha na jaye pasara. There's a limit to our understanding, Maharaj is saying here. We are made of a certain type. We can't understand everything. I'll give you an example. If somebody gave you an iPhone today, and you never heard of an iPhone before, like some of the kids, when they first get allowed to play with dad's phone or they're like, oh, I can't believe it. And what do the parents show them? That one game that they know in it. The parent can't show them all the things in the iPhone. They can't explain this is how you send an email, this is how you go on internet, this is how you do your WhatsApp. They can't teach them all those things in the first day. They just give them the one little game they can understand. Theek hai na? As the kid gets older, they use more of the phone. What they are able to. That's only because they grow. And it's up to us to grow, because physically we're not going to go, spiritually we can grow if we keep going in the body. But also, Sasangaji, imagine if that child, you first gave him the phone, and he says, how does it work? You said you put it on. He goes, no. What's behind it? Explain to me how that chip, what's that chip? You said there's a chip in there. He goes, I don't explain it to me. You couldn't explain that to a kid. You couldn't sit there explaining to him how first electricity was invented, and then somebody came along with these processes, and then from the processes they went on to make multi-processes. Then they started to make, this. You could not explain the whole thing. What we're going to explain to this person who's a little baby, expect them to understand how the whole thing was made. Then they start using it. You could spend your whole life researching how a phone works, but you haven't used it. So with our limited understanding, all we can do is do the one thing that we know we do need to do, which is to experience the divine. We've come here ki Gobind milan ki eh teri bariya. If a Sikh spends his whole life questioning, how does this work, how does that work, your life will pass. You didn't do jap naam nahi japya, kirt nahi kiti, vand nahi shakya. You spend all your time researching and arguing. Maharaj says, baad be baad kahu suna kije. With your tongue, drink the naam ras instead. Pije. So, there's no point arguing if you can feel the divine. If you can't feel the divine, then stop what you're doing and keep jumping Naam until you do start feeling the divine. Koi fayda nahi for a Sikh to come to this world and not experience Waheguru. Maharaj says, Jinni aisa har naam na cheteo, se kahe jag aaye Ram Raje. Those that didn't experience the divine, those that came on this world didn't bother to find out they got Dasam Dwar, that they can experience the divine. Se kahe jag aaye Ram Raje. Koi fayda si? Nahi. Even it says further in Bani that if somebody didn't even jap Naam, it would have been better that their mother didn't even give birth. It would have been better they weren't even born. On Satsang, you can say, you can take from that what you wish. But Maharaj is saying the only thing worth anything in this world is to experience God and live a life of Naam. So Maharaj carries on. Tumra lakha na jaye pasara, keh bid saja pratham sansara. Keh bid, kis tarike saja. How you savarya? How did you create this pratham sansara, the world? Look, scientists are going to spend their whole lives researching how the world was made. You can look at this Large Hadron Collider in CERN in Switzerland. They spent billions making this machine to work out how the world was made. Maharaj is saying, koi fayda nahi. Because with those billions, they worked out the cost of eradicating poverty in this world. The cost of eradicating poverty is not that much. It's about it's about a third of what we spend on cosmetics across the world. Not just on the armies, just cosmetics. So if third less money on cosmetics, no more poverty in the world. So what's Maharaj telling us with this? Think about what you do. There's no point arguing about how the world was made. Better to do something with your life. Naam japo and kirt karo, vand ke shako. And your life will be safal. And then it says, Keh bid saja pratham. No one will know how the world was made. You know, human beings, Homo sapiens, have been around the world for how long? 200,000 years. That's it. Dinosaurs were on this planet for 166 million years. We don't even know if we're going to survive the next 100,000 years. We came 200,000 years ago. Most of us aren't even sure we'll survive the next 5,000 years. Kyun? Because of our egos. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. With these three things, with these five things, we can't even ensure the survival of our species. Dinosaurs had no brains, little ones, yet they managed to survive for 166 million years. We need to think about what we're doing with this world. The solution to the problems of this world is in Naam. The world will be a better place to live, and all those people that are dying from hunger, all those potential geniuses that could do so many amazing things for our planet, who are just dying from hunger, dying from war, they would be here. So Maharaj carries on to say, Eke roop anup sarupa, rank payo rav kahi pupa, andaj jerj setaj kini, utbuj khan baho rach dini. They say, oh Waheguru, Eke roop. Waheguru, you have only one form. Tusi ek roop hagyo. Like we say in Chaupai Sahib. Ades, they say Ades. Ade, Anil, Anad, Anahat, Jug Jug, Eko Ves. He has one form. He's Ek Roop. And yet he's in everything. Don't have to understand him, huh? Maharaj says it, he's everywhere. And then, Eke Rupa, Anupa Sarupa. Your Sarup, Waheguru, is so beautiful, is Anup. Anup means beyond praise. We cannot do the praise enough. So now, somebody's going to come and speak. If somebody might introduce me somewhere, so Dr. Sukhbir Singh is going to come and speak in a little while, he'll be introduced by somebody. And say this person spoke for 5-10 minutes, after some time someone's going to say, Bas hogi bahut, enough praise of this person. Even he might say, most likely he will ki bahut ho gaya. But Satsangaji, when it comes to Waheguru, even if all of us here spend the rest of our lives praising him, we haven't said enough about how amazing he is. He is Anup. So, Eke Rupa, Anupa Sarupa, and then Rank Payo, Rav Kahi Pupa. Rank. A rank is a poor person. Rank payo. Sometimes he's poor, very poor person. Often we ignore the poor people in this world. They're probably the least looked after people. Maharaj says in their Bani that where the poor people looked after, jithe neat Somalian, tithe nadar teri bakshish. Where the poor people looked after, that's where Guru's kirpa is flowing down. In the langar, the kirpa is flowing down because the poor people have been looked after. Rank payo. Sometimes you are rank, sometimes you are rav. Rav here means a rich person. Sometimes you look like a rich person, sometimes you look like a poor person, and sometimes you look like a pupa. Pupa means a king. So all three standards. You got the poor people, the rich people, and the people in charge, the kings. And Vaheguru, you're inside all of them. Rank payo, rav, kahi, pupa. Andaj, jeraj, setaj, kini. Andaj, these are the char khaniya. Maharaj says that you've made 4 ways of creating life. Char khani. 4 tarike. 4 ways. One is from andaj. Andaj here means from eggs. Jeraj is from wombs. All of us are from a womb. We are jeraj. And all the chickens of the world, they're from andaj. Then the last one is setaj. So the third one is setaj. Setaj is from some secretions. So from sweat, so microbes, these are secreted from other things. Yeah, bacteria, these come from secretions. The mother says, utbuj. Utbuj is things that grow from the ground. So the seed goes in and then it grows up. So these are the 4 ways: andaj, jeraj, setaj, utbuj. So Mara says, utbuj khan baho rachdini. Vaheguru, you created these 4 khaniya. Khaniya means like a treasure of making life. Utbuj khan baho rachdini. You made these, and so many beings are made from these 4 sources. Only 4 sources so far we've discussed. But Maharaj said, Japji Sahib, there's many of these. Only in our understanding there's 4. But outside of this understanding, there's many other ways the life forms can be created. So these things exist. The world is infinite. Vaheguru, we can never know how amazing you are. Sometimes you're rich, sometimes you're poor. You create life from all types. Kaho phool raja have baitha, kaho simit peo sankar ikatha, sigri srist dikhai achambav, ad jugad sarup swayambhav. Kaho phool raja have baitha. Kaho means sometimes. Kaho, sometimes Maharaj, you are phool raja have baitha. Who's phool raja? Is Brahma. Brahma is always shown on a lotus leaf. So he sits on lotus leaf, baitha hoya on lotus leaf, they call him Phool Raja. Sometimes you come across as Brahma, you are creating. Then, kaho smit payo sankari ketha. Sometimes you are like Shiva and you are sitting in concentration. Shankar here is for Shiva. Sometimes smit, akha band karke, you are sitting in concentration like Shivji, like a yogi. And then, Sigri Srish Dikhai Achambhav. Sigri means Sagli. Sagli Srishti. The whole world Dikhai Achambhav. This Achambhav is a play. This is the world play. He shows us the whole world play. This whole thing is a game and it's going to come back. But we have a role in that game. Just like the kids play the games, you can't play outside the rule of the game. It's not Wreck-It Ralph, yeah? You have to stay in your game. Mara says that this game is being made by him. You have to stay in the game. If you've been given this kind of body, this kind of human life, then your aim is to meet God. So stick within your game and play the game you're meant to play. Don't play another game. The game was to meet Vaheguru. Yeah? Ayo sunan padan ko bani. As a Sikh, we've been born with this hukum. We've come to listen and read Bani. And then Naam Visar Laghe Anlalach Birtha Janam Parani. Oh human being, je tusi naam nu bhul gaye na, and you got attached to other things, then your life will be wasted. So Maharaj says, Sagri Srish Dikhai Achambhav. They show you you show the game, this amazing game. Ad Jugad Sarup Swayambhav. You are Ad Vaheguru. At the beginning of time, you are Jugad. Before time and when the time started, you were always true. Ad Sach Jugad Sach Sarup Swayambhav. Suyambhav again means self-sustaining. Sutte Prakash. Not self-created, but self-sustaining. Your Prakash comes from yourself. So Vaheguru doesn't need us. We need Vaheguru. Akho Vaheguru. 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 So Maharaj has given us many teachings in this Bani. We should remember that Vaheguru is the beginning of everything and the end of everything. He's unaffected, and yet our main focus should be to connect to Him and become one of His followers, to become His sevak. Puran Chokhe Dikhe Bakshi Ji, Gaj Gaj Ke Fateh Akhni Ji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru.